I want to start this with saying, in powerlifting, the biggest total wins, okay? You cannot have a total if you miss all of your lifts, okay? So with your attempt selections, I'm gonna give you an example from my first competition back in 2015. So it was States. My personal best on my squat was 195. So my first attempt was 185, something that I could do very, very comfortably, especially if it's your first competition. I remember being like quite nervous and anxious and excited, like all these mixed emotions that can distract me from the simple things such as bracing, knowing where to put my hands, all of this stuff. And it happens to a lot of novices. So with my attempt selection, especially on squats or all of my first lifts, I wanted something that I could do very, very comfortably to build my confidence up and work forward from there. So I went 185 for my squat, 195, which was my current PB, and then I went to 202.5 for a 7.5 kilo PB. Kind of followed that same thought process for my bench and for my deadlift, and I came out with about a 22.5 to 27.5 kilo PB on my overall total. I think I went 8 from 9 in that competition, felt really, really good. The last thing you want to do, and I see all these poor novices like at competitions, they open way too high, it's a real grind on their first, and then I see them take like a 10 kilo jump, and then they miss their second attempt, and then they miss their third attempt. So in their squats alone, or in any of their lifts, you know, they've hit 1, maybe 2 of each of their lifts, and it really kind of puts a downer on the day. For your first competition, you just want to go in there and enjoy yourself. Know if you want to continue to do powerlifting, have a lot of fun, and go get as close to 9 from 9 as possible. And the best thing that you can do is with your attempt selections, open lower than what your current 1 rep max is. A lot of people seem to think you need to go with your 1 rep max so you can make this huge personal best. Dumb idea, don't do it. And then just off the back of that, you know, chase personal bests, but like I say, the biggest total wins. So when you're making a choice for your attempt selections, you got 2 ways of doing it. You could either know what you want for your last lift, for your final lift, and work backwards. Normally your personal best will be your second attempt. That's what I say to a lot of my lifters, so that, you know, this is just for novices, bearing in mind, for your first competition, your second wants to be your personal best, so that on your third, you can break your personal best. So you can choose that way, so you start from the top and work down, knowing that this is gonna be a PB, this is gonna be my second attempt, which is my personal best, you know, 10 to 15 kilos off my personal best is gonna be my opener, just to get rid of those nerves and put something up. The other way that you can do it is work from the bottom down, which is basically, again, it's kind of the same thing, where you pick a weight that you can do for 3 reps, and you decide to choose that for your opening, and then you can just make your jumps in going up from there, having a rough idea of what you want to hit from your third. Me personally, I like to work from the top down, know that my either my personal best or just slightly over my personal best is going to be my second attempt, and then I'm going to jump for a larger PB on my third attempt. I've done a lot of competitions now. I would often advise that you don't do that. I would say just hit your personal best on your second attempt, a little bit more for your third before you open at 10 to 15 kilos off, just to get rid of those nerves so that you can put up a total. Now let's get into the nitty gritty stuff, right? This here is very, very important. Competition calls.